Hello, everybody, and welcome to the last session of 2024 of me programming daily. I'll be back next year, early January, but this is the last session I'm recording right now. Now, 2024 has been a great year, but before we get to summaries, let's dive into the code view. So, plan for today. I closed that issue we talked about yesterday about the Docker file for like a generic Haskell development environment, with a comment thanking the other contributor also to sharing theirs Docker content. So that's out of the way. And today I would like to work on implementing the for icons, or to be able to define for loops in drakon. I took this diagram from this video where the author of Drakon Hub goes through some basic concepts of primitive diagrams. So the guy's name is Stepan Mitkin. So fantastic work on Drakon Hub and all the tremendous volume of software surrounding it, and also on the learning materials for the community. Really, really great job. Kudos. What we don't have yet in the primitive diagrams section of the renderer is a ton of different icons. I'll give you a glimpse of how much we're missing. So this is from Wikipedia, but the white paper also defines some icons as well. But for today, I think we're going to just focus on the for. It's the last session of the year, so I want to make it slow-paced and relatively relaxed. I'm not going to break my neck today rethinking the layout engine or challenging whether the balanced paths are needed or not. No, we're just going to add two shapes, the beginning of a for loop with the end of a for loop, and we're going to try and construct a diagram like that to mimic what Stepan prepared for us. And after that is done, we're going to move on to part 2 of that video. And just to make sure that the renderer I'm working on is able to really render those shapes. But in part 2, Stepan is talking about, I forgot the name, but it's not primitive diagrams. I should have it somewhere. I forgot. But anyway, for now, the focus is to wrap up primitive diagrams. All right, having said that, I have my coffee, I have my issue to work on, and let's get started. I hope everybody is having a great day, by the way, today. Where I live, it's a pretty gloomy December day. Nothing really too exciting. It's a great day to sit down and solve a problem or two. All right. So first of all, I think what we need to do is to define an icon kind, which is going to be... Now, up until this point, all of our icon types have been pretty self-explanatory. An icon corresponded to just one shape. But now we have a new concept of icons that sort of have an end and the beginning. So end and the beginning. So an icon kind really is going to be two kinds: the beginning of a for loop and the end of a for loop. So let us leave the valence point to be last. For let's do for start and for end. Beautiful. Oh, I promised that valence points will be last. I should probably correct these shadows. Again, a shadow. Okay, let's resolve this first. Render line 201. So this will be our to-do. So let's turn this warning into a compilation error. Valence point. Let's move it here. This is not implemented yet naturally, so the compilation would break, but that's what we want. Now, let's fix these shadows now. Layout engine 161. Yes, we expected an error here. These shadows disappeared, but we know they are still there. Yeah, 2 warnings. Records 138. this is easy to fix. And 1, 2, 2. Okay. Now let's go to the renderer. And for now, let's pretend that for start shape and for end shape will behave the same way as the action. Oh, sorry, they would look like the same. They would look the same way as the action. Why did I build twice? Okay, and now we can go ahead and start shaping the initial action shape into something that resembles the start icon a little bit more. I believe we can copy a little bit. What we had in the question shape. Or you know what? Before we do that, I think it would make sense to start a diagram that corresponds to this. Sorry. Let's refresh my memory. So if we were to rename those simple diagrams, this would have to be primitive diagram 5. This is very similar to simple diagram 1. So I'm just going to borrow the input. We're interested in primitive diagram 5. And let's run it. So for now, there's nothing special there. Perfect, it just renders this. So let's reshape this a little bit. All right. Then we have an action. That's 2. Here we introduce a new icon. That's going to be for start. And the description says repeat 10 times. 1 dependent, icon 4. Which is an action to lift the weight. Question is tired. There's 5, 6, 7. 6 is going to be nothing. I wonder if we can. Oh, this is interesting. So no goes here. So far, we have hard-coded yes in this position. So here comes our first issue. Because the user should be able to specify where they want to see yes and no. Because the most desired outcome should always come first on the left skewer, and the further to the right, the worse. That's what the drakon rules say. So yes might not necessarily always be the best action. So let's create an issue right now. We should remove that milestone. It's already done. Done. All right, but for now, let's assume that this is a yes. So this is not an action. This is a for end with nothing. For now, let's have the word nothing stay here. The end is identified as 8. But before 8 happens... Oh, no, sorry. 8 we don't need because nothing is on that skewer. A valent point will be injected here, so we can just say 7. 7. And I wonder what this renders. Warm up, repeat 10 times, lift the weight, tired, nothing. So now we can experiment with removing this. And it did work. Okay, so that's good. Valent point got injected here. This is good. There's also one issue that I wanted to create today. I even took a note. We need to create an issue to allow the user to specify a parameter or a flag to be provided as the input for the renderer that says, do we want the troubleshoot mode on or off? In troubleshoot mode, it would be helpful to see the valent points just like this, but when the troubleshoot mode is off, the valent points should not be rendered, just like here. Obviously, I am developing this right now, so rendering valent points is extremely useful, but for the end user, one day and millennia from now, these valent points will not be very useful. So let's create an issue. this is going to be a bigger issue. But nothing too crazy, I think. Okay, so let's implement now a more appropriate shape for the for start icon. Let's keep this on the side, just to keep us company. For start goes here. Okay. Oh, these are the offsets. All right. So this will be the first one. Right up. Icon width. -1, -1, 0. Go this way. Now we go 0, 0. Well, technically, we could replace this with just a 0. So we're here. And now icon width. And I believe, well, let's see what happens now. Okay. The translation is wrong. Now the translation is correct. Now this will be confusing a little bit. Why we were using height for x coordinates, but I do believe people will get it. Okay. We don't have a different color for this, but it's fine. And now we need to do the same thing just for the for end icon. So these two should just be swapped. But instead of 0.5, we should have minus 0.5. We're starting here, so we go here, up, to the right, full length, and 0. Then we go down. So again, we need to swap these two. We go down here, and here again we need to go left. Now this will be a little bit more complicated. But I believe this is correct. All right, the shape looks correct, just the translation did not work. Oh. Of course it didn't work, as we had to translate it only by minus half. Did it work? See again? I wonder what that is going to affect. Oh, the difference is slightly subtle. Yeah, it should be minus 0.5, but also we need to subtract these two values from it. Maybe not. What is going on? Plus, plus. Almost there. Okay, perfect. It took us a little bit of guessing time, but we're here. All right, so we have the 4 icons. Let's check the time. We still have a little bit of time today, so why don't I go here and bite the bullet and finally rename all these diagrams. That will be primitive diagram 3. And finally, let's rename this primitive diagram 4. So we're starting to build up a collection of diagrams. Okay. So now, in the run file, we don't have to modify anything, but in the demo run, now this will become a little bit simpler. So we have these 3 to disappear. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, that is 3. Now 4. And finally, README. So let's have the README defined as a table or a set of tables of 3 columns. Oh, silhouette is the name. If not a primitive, it's a silhouette diagram. Now this goes to sorry. I believe this should look much better. So this will be 4. And 5. And here we don't have anything yet. Okay. This works. Do we need a header here? We probably don't. Yeah. Okay. So if we don't have 3 items, let's do it like this. Perfect. And here, so I think that was primitive diagram 2. Yep. All right, I think this is it. Right, so that is pushed. I'll create a PR out of this shortly, or maybe even now. This is issue 82. Or we can change the terminology at some later stage. All right, pretty happy with this. So I believe this was my last change this year. Yeah, just under an hour. So yeah, that's a big moment. I would like to thank everybody for sticking with me this year and staying with me as I started this amazing adventure of programming daily and recording myself and sharing what I know about Haskell and drakon, GHC, all the Haskell related tooling and ecosystem. I'm still learning Haskell, but it's such a nice language and ecosystem, and the community is great. Right. I wish everybody a fantastic Christmas if you celebrate it. If not, have an amazing time anyway, and spend some time with family and friends. And I'll see you next year. I should be back in early January with more ideas and more energy. And yeah, looking forward to that. Thanks very much. See you in 2025. Bye.